everyone is being treated very well here. All right, everybody. This is it. Geoguessr World Cup Europe, Middle East and Africa regional finals. And we've got our first quarterfinal, Consus versus Topotic. We're still in best of 3.
Yep.
We will later move into best of 5.
Today is going to be an amazing day, Paul.
Oh, it is. They always are.
I was about to say this is going to be one of the best games of the day, but look, there's not a bad game. There's not like anything that's like, wow, that's kind of boring. Let me go get lunch. It's every single game is like, I want to be here, you know?
Everyone is a banger, and as has become tradition, Trevor, you are the man with the power, so when you are ready, our players are as well. Kick it off.
Consus versus Topotic, game 1, moving. And what better way than to start in Indonesia. Consus versus Topotic, this is moving.
Indomie ramen, one of my favorite brands. Which of our players is going to be eating good on the server today? Consus, I would never doubt him. Topotic, I think he's the one that needs to rise to the occasion.
He sees info and he's zooming in. He's going into West Cali. And Topotic did not find the same information. He's down the road looking for something that can help him. And if you're Consus, you're looking, and he's going to find the exact road here, it looks like. He knows the Cavi Podden.
A little furrow of Consus's brow, but I do agree, Trevor. It looks like he is lining up a road. He locks it in.
And he's zooming into West Cali too. It's a thing we see again where maybe if Consus locks in a little bit quicker there and doesn't go for the exact road, maybe he could have caught Topotic off guard, but he's not.
Round 1, both players relatively close to each other.
And Topotic getting the right road there, as Consus thought that was a yellow road. Round 2. This is an interesting round. It immediately looks to me like Gaborone, I guess in South Africa or in Botswana, but it looks urban, like urban Botswana, and I'm not sure where else is this urban besides Gaborone. But we'll see what the players do, and it should be bots. Let's see though. Getting to main road, looking for info. Both players probably thinking the same thing here.
Consus in warp speed right now, looking for any sort of section or perhaps intersection with information for him to dissect. Looks to the sky briefly. Topotic not moving quite as much. Getting there though. There we go. Consus has found something he wants to stop and take a look at. But then he's off on the move again. The speed with which these players assimilate information is something to ever be admired, Trevor.
Yes. I mean, and these are probably 2 of the best players in the world to do that same thing. So, and 10 seconds left, no player. We have a hill in the distance south, which would further indicate Gaborone here. You don't get many hills in Botswana. That is where you do. You'll see
1 second.
capital guesses here.
Good job by both players once again.
60. Minimal points there as we move into round 3. And as I look into round 3, what a beautiful location.
Stunning. Look at that water. This
is a very interesting round here. Not an interesting round if you are looking for information, because I doubt this road leads to anywhere anytime soon. Or the coverage might even end. So we could just see players guessing off. And I think this is just Chile.
All roads lead to greatness on Geoguessr Finals Day, Trevor.
This is something that if you've seen before, obviously you get it. Looks like a pretty popular thing that someone has definitely sent as like, oh, look how pretty this is. And we see Consus going east, and we see Topotic following suit. Both players will know.
Look at the focus on both players. Not a beat being missed by either.
A world where we could see a wrong country, but we do see Consus zooming into northern Chile there, which will be right. And he's lining roads up, looking for that body of that lake. What lake is he zooming in here? And we see Topotic going more south near Santiago.
Is there much of a distance here between them, Trevor?
Should be.
Could be some big points then.
There's some distance here. If Consus
locked in by
look how big the difference. We have a Santiago.
Oh, it's a huge difference.
It's a huge. This is actually massive points, Paul. If someone's right here and someone's wrong.
7 seconds left, Trevor. We're gonna find out very, very soon.
When you get this car like this with the antenna, you have to be near a national park, I think, and it's moving too.
It's in the middle, split down the middle.
Wow, but 288. That's Consus not happy with that, but Topotic also flustered.
Chance for points there missed by both players, but it means that things stay tight, things stay close.
Consus is locked. Round 4, what is this? Yakutsk or something? Let's see. 2.5x. Should be Russia. And I'm standing up. What am I even doing?
I've said it before, I'll say it again. I've been standing, Trevor.
Facts. Standing on business. 50 seconds.
Yep, round 4 now. Barely anything between our two players. Consus taking a moment to scan his surroundings. Topotic going further into the unknown.
What we are getting right here, when we see Consus zooming on the antenna, see trying to get region here, what we are seeing here is big countries, time and time again, and we see Topotic go on.
Wow. Topotic, that was an easy send, Trevor.
I really like this guess here by Topotic, and I think actually Consus will probably end up there too. We'll see with 8 seconds left, as he always takes last second to open up his map. And he's going even more east. We'll see who's right. This is a big point.
It's big point.
He's switching back. Oh, he's thinking it could be there. And he knew it was there.
Topotic on the money there. I'm trying to see.
It's game.
3x damage. It's suddenly game. Topotic takes the first away from the reigning champ.
And we saw Consus. He knew it was a 50-50. He didn't know where it would be. He knew it was there or there. But listen, taking one game from Consus is one thing. Taking 2 games is another thing.
Taking no move, especially.
Topotic stare.
He's locked in.
Locked and
Wow,
locked.
that one just crept up on us out of nowhere, Trevor. Round 4, Russia.
I mean, we kept getting big countries, and that's the thing. And you know, Consus is probably not happy with missing that Chile and the Russia back to back, but we'll see.
A rare stumble.
We will see. Let's just keep it moving into the next game here in a second. But this is yeah, we're going to the no move, where you don't move, you get 1/360 panorama. And this is where you maybe see Consus thrive more, but Topotic is also familiar with this game and no move. So without further ado, let's do it.
Ghana to start. Who's gonna do a better job, Trevor? Consus or Topotic?
I'm not gonna lie, Paula, your puns or your play on words are getting better and better.
I don't know who made you the authority on it, Trevor, but thank you.
I made myself the authority.
Yeah, of course. All right, round 1, I assume it's going to be a slower start.
Yeah, it should be.
Probably not much to separate our two players. We went from a blistering finish in game number 1. Let's see if things now regulate in game 2. No move.
We'll probably see, like we keep saying, similar points here, but yeah, this is we'll see. Yeah, look how close they are. And it's just north of Kumasi. But again, 32. Small points, small hype. Big points, big hype.
I've been around there, Kumasi. The one time I went to Ghana, I think. If I'm remembering the name. Thanks, Trev. All right, round 2, everybody. Small multis, not yet building too much.
There's a sign there that
the map first.
Will show it's Sri Lanka, and both players will get it with the language.
Yeah.
Without that sign, maybe that would have been more difficult there, but both players are getting that. And Consus making a region guess there in Sri Lanka. You know, Consus is one game from being eliminated from the whole tournament.
So say that again, sorry?
Consus is one game from being eliminated.
Yeah, but let's not forget, right? So these guys
They've already qualified
in the
for that,
quarterfinals, not in the last chance, but in the quarterfinals, all of these players, they're through to the World Cup. What they're fighting for right now is the EMEA regional finals crown. And so much on the line. And yeah, if you are to lose your quarterfinal, that means you're not going to be wearing that crown when it's all said and done.
Yep, he still has a chance, obviously, to win this next 2 games and also, win the World Cup again.
Yeah.
But going for that back-to-back trophy, shout out to Drake. Big on shout-outs over here today again.
I love the Trevor shout-outs. It's one of my favorite things. And shout out to Drake.
So shout out to this location.
No move.
This is interesting. I mean, it's Americas. It's
Topotic first to open,
Canada.
first to zoom.
Yeah, I mean, I like to zoom in there.
Consus taking
He's in Sask
a lot
right now,
more time.
and Consus, when you go into Line for Road in Sask, he's going a little bit more south. He looks to line. I mean, when you zoom in to that level,
I feel like Consus only opens his map when he's got the strongest inkling of where he is. With 10 seconds left, we're going to find out if what he feels is right.
should be minimal points unless someone gets really like a quite low 5K. And zoom out.
Zoom out, zoom out.
Oh, max out.
Once again. the marker away from both of our players.
Let's move into round 4.
Round 4 is where it ended in the last game.
Don't think it'll end here in Norway. Beautiful. You know, the thing about Norway I keep saying, I'm not going to say it again, but there are a few mountains and bodies of water. I said it again. I'm just kidding. It's just a low-quality bait. We have 2 players going north here, usually with the more desolate trees, lower trees, to get more northern vibes.
Consus lining up the road, perhaps aiming for the 5K here. Topotic potentially also. Maybe they've seen this body of water before. Maybe they've seen these mountains before. Time being spent here to get closer and closer, to hone in, to refine. 20 seconds now, Trevor.
Consus locked in. They're still pretty close. And it's
oh, wow.
Wow.
That could have been some decent points there.
You know, Norway is one of those things where that happens a lot more than you probably think. A lot more than you would probably think, where you go north and it's south and go south and it's north. Round 5 of 10.
Round 5 of 10, and we are in the Nords, Trevor?
No.
No.
We're in Germany.
We're in Germany.
It was close.
Kinda, yeah.
So this is going to be an obvious. We see, yeah, I mean, both players are going to know it's Germany, obviously, with bollards, the German people on bikes, and the 2023 copyright, most importantly here. We're zooming in to see where can we get it in Germany. See a Hamburg guess here by Topotic, or at least Hover. We'll see if he, and we see 2 northern Germany guesses here.
Consus also opening his map.
Yeah, this is going to be close again.
Yeah, right now,
round 6.
Both hovering outside Hamburg.
It's
Topotic, so close. And with a triple damage multi, it's close to 800 points of damage going the way of Consus.
Still a close game.
Very close.
Quite literally anyone's game. As move into round 6, and no move. As soon as they zoom into this sign here, we'll see the language and be able to tell if this is Slovenian forest or an Austrian forest, and that's German, therefore this will probably be an Austrian forest here. You presume, like southern Austria maybe. Not sure where else it could be without the low, obviously without the low cam, and we do see Consus doing that and locking it in.
That's a fast lock by Consus. That implies confidence. Topotic now has to respond with under 10 seconds left. They are pretty close to each other.
And it's Consus.
And it's Consus that's closer.
It's a great region guess there in Austria. And it's 1,000 points in Austria. Let's keep it going. Round 7. And we're getting closer to that round 10, Paula, which every single point does matter here.
Round 7 in the UK. But where, Trevor?
Not the guy to ask. Somewhere. This is the UK, though. You don't go NI, I don't think. You could, maybe.
It's very tough with the UK.
Maybe go Wales. I'm actually not entirely sure.
These sort of plains, these rolling hills, these types of bushes that make sort of walls in the countryside, they can be found, to my knowledge, and I have spent time across the UK, they can be found in a lot of places. Topotic thinks it's close to the southeast coast, around Devon, Cornwall area.
Like,
Consus yet to decide.
In the UK right now. Does that give him an advantage?
Yep,
Maybe.
he's just a bit beyond Plymouth. And he's locking it in. Consus to follow suit, and he's going to go Wales. Could be some points here with a 4x, Trevor.
Could be. Someone's probably right. And it's Topotic.
Just north of Topotic, and funny enough, sort of cutting in half the area between the two. Still, it's a solid swing.
As we move into the next round. Nza. Yellow outer lines, Gen 4 driving left to South Africa. This is a pretty east-west road, pretty dry, no mountains in the distance. You guess similar areas here for both players. How far north do you go is a question.
3 rounds left, including this one, Trevor. Remember, everybody, if Consus were to lose this, he would be out. He would still be going to the World Cup, but he would be out of contention for the EMEA Geoguessr crown.
And that's, both players know the stakes right here. And you're also competing to win the 5,000 buckaroos. Let's see how close we have the guesses here. We have a lock in here, and they're pretty close.
They're very close.
Round 9.
Wow.
Consus getting the right road. Topotic not making it easy.
Going to the penultimate round, Trevor.
Moving to round 9.
And the advantage is in favor of Consus. Where are we, Trevor, in round 9?
That's a good question, Paula. Let's take a look. One would presume Brazil. I guess you could see a Mexico. You could see maybe something else. Let's see what the players seem to agree with. Zooming in the car. Not the easiest round for me.
Quick copyright checks by both players. Consus now looking at the horizon, looking for that elevation.
The front of that's the front of the car we see. So we see a southern Brazil. We see 2 players going Brazil in the same state here in MGDS. And both players, we're going to round 10. Aren't we, Paula?
I think we are, with 10 seconds left. Both players very close to each other.
I mean, if Topotic is looking for big points here, and it's not going to be big points.
So close. What a region guess.
And
Both
quite
players.
literally, Consus's fate comes down to this last round.
Yeah, it does. These round 10s, it's such a generic phrase, but it's true. Anything can happen. That being said, Consus with the lead. Consus wants a small country. Topotic wants a bigger. What's going on here, Trevor? Oh my goodness, why?
If I don't sound hyped, it's because I'm not. It's because I'm nervous for both players here, because this is actually going to be, and I don't want to get them to wait any longer. It's not a small country.
So there's a chance here.
Any player can win here.
For Topotic, where?
Argentina.
Oh, Arge. Big Arge.
Lock in, both players.
Consus, a deep inhale.
Consus going into this with quite the advantage, but that advantage means nothing on 5.5x multi.
Oh my. It's on fire.
We just need Consus, if he wants to advance to the NMPZ for the first game of the day, he needs to get slightly closer here. It's going to be west with how dry it is, you would presume. But where? Do you play safe? Do you play confident? What do you do as Topotic zooms in to Arge? My heart is beating so fast. San Juan.
Consus.
He's in between 2.
Pretty big zoom there.
You saw what happened last time when he was in between 2. He's scanning, taking his time.
Time, Trevor. 20 seconds left.
Topotic needs one good guess to seal the deal.
Oh my.
Comes down to this. We will know within 10 seconds.
That's right. It's 10 seconds left. Anyone's game.
And we have 1 in Salta, 1 south. It's someone, Paula. Who is it?
Trevor, it's time to find out. Has Topotic done it? Oh, Consus!
NMPZ, here we come.
Consus stays alive. And we get to see game number 3 of NMPZ.
Don't count him out. I mean,
I never would.
you never can.
The consensus is Consus should be seeing NMPZ, and that is what we've had unfold just now, Trevor.
I mean, first game of the day, I was going to take it easy for my voice. That's not going to be the case, Paul. We're going to...
I got you, bro. I'll give you some breathing exercises. Yawn a lot as well. That's the base foundation, yawn a lot. It's the most relaxing thing you can do for your vocal cords.
Do, re, mi. No?
I don't do that one personally.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, no.
Enough musicality from us. You know, the tune that we should be watching and listening to is the one of NMPZ. Consus versus Topotic going down to the final game.
Comes down to this. Whoever wins this does advance to the next round.
And Consus,
Let's just get it. This is just NMPZ.
Let's do it, Trevor. Consus,
Iceland.
sort of an android when it comes to NMPZ. Inhumane skills. Can Topotic hold on?
Topotic is also one of the better NMPZ players in the community. So everyone hold your horses for these next couple of rounds. This will be interesting. I mean, both players are going to know it's Iceland. Some people know most roads in Iceland. Is Consus one of them? Both players zooming in to similar or separate regions. And Topotic is in between east right now. It looks like I see he's zooming in east. We have a northwest zoom in. He's trying to line. So basically, what they're looking for is we have water north, and you know the roads in Iceland are very scarcely covered. So you can, you can scan when you have the time to find something that lines up for yourself. you know, with guesses like this, if Topotic going to stay there, if he's going to stay there, we might say, is he going to switch last second? 5 seconds left. He's staying. Both players similar region. Nope. East. It's Consus.
It's a strong start, but just round 1. If that was later, the multi would have pushed that 800 points
and
of damage.
Visibly frustrated because he was
much
covering
higher.
the East. Round 2, South Africa. We saw Consus getting the right road in that no-move game in ZA. Can he do it in NMPZ? He's zooming in immediately to Cape. You have to just assume Consus knows things that you don't. That's just the assumption. But Topotic, you can assume the same thing, and he's zooming in to Cape as well. Or we'll see. Consus has found a north-south road that he likes. Will he commit it? We can see the compass is going north-south on this road, and Topotic is going slightly more north here. Looking.
Time winding down, but it's just round 2. Consus to lock in first. Topotic follows suit, and it is Topotic that is a bit closer. With a 1.5x, that'll be a healthy first jab thrown by Topotic towards Consus. A very even game.
This next round should be a nothing burger, I think. We'll see. It looks pretty Dutch. Is it ever Belgium or something? Probably not. Probably just Netherlands. We'll see. We have a guy on the bike. What does that mean? That's just a Dutchman.
Both players so close to their screens, trying to
Could
read
be
between the lines, between
actually,
the
is it ever
pixels.
Denmark? No, I'm kind of second guessing myself. Looks weird. What was that baller right there? That by the guy on the bike. I'm trying to see what that looks like.
Looks stone to me.
It does look stone. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, 25 seconds. This is an interesting location, actually.
Neither player has opened their map yet, Trevor.
Yeah, I was confident first, but now I'm not. And we do see a Netherlands guess by Topotic, hedging
on the
Germany.
border.
And he's covering it, saying it could be Denmark. Where's Consus going to go? He's in between. He's going Denmark, Copenhagen, Sweden.
Oh, there's quite a difference here, and it's a 2x damage.
Who's right? It's Netherlands.
Topotic.
That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points.
2,400.
Yeah, almost 2.5k there in round 3. That's a great start, especially in NMPZ.
Exactly. Against the Dutchman himself. But,
yeah, of course.
Every time I see Consus on low points, I think back to that Surgut round versus Foul, I think, where he had like 100 points his name. And his clutch is sometimes his middle name. Looks like we have an Ireland here. You can see on the right side of on the hedgerows here, we have that triangle or that diamond-shaped sign on that would be that yellow no passing sign, or that yellow sign there that Topotic is hovering over his cursor there. That means you're going to be in Ireland. And maybe...
Wow.
You can,
I could barely see that, Trevor. I'm like straining my eyes, and we have a massive TV in here.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at Topotic's cursor. He sees it.
Consus goes quick, and he does go Ireland.
I like his guess there, and just outside Dublin.
Not going to be many points here. Got Consus a bit closer. We're moving into round number 5 now, Trevor.
And, we had a couple trends of small countries, but even when you get a small country, you can still get round country. But this will be somewhat interesting here in Brazil. Looks southern, like a pretty south actually, but you can still pick up big points. You can still pick up big points.
Topotic studying. Just briefly opens his map, doesn't zoom anywhere. Consus has already zoomed in on Brazil.
MGDS.
Wait, let me see.
He's in between Goiás, Mato Grosso, MGDS. Topotic is in Goiás. Both players in Goiás.
Yeah. Both in roughly the same region with 30 seconds left on the clock. If there aren't any huge drastic changes here, we might not see many points, Trevor.
Consus hedging more southern Goiás. He's even thinking it could be Piranha. Maybe, if that's what his cursor meant there. And we see Topotic locking in Goiás and Consus in southern Goiás. Who's closer? Could be some points, and it's Consus.
Consus closer with a 3x. It's going to be some healthy damage, actually. 1.4k.
Look at this next round here, Paula.
Topotic's still in the lead, though, Trevor.
Still in the lead, and the thing about NMPZ is you get very little information. I'm just looking at this next round here. It doesn't look the easiest to me.
Why is that, Trevor? What are the issues here? What are you seeing on screen?
It looks like something that I haven't seen quite before. I guess I go southern hemisphere, Brazil. My best guess, maybe Arge, but I can't tell those poles are in the distance. Maybe you go
Could this
Brazil.
be the round, Trevor?
It looks like a weird Brazil, but I'm not sure what those. It could be Arge. It's never. When we see Topotic zooming into Argentina, we could see blunders here.
We could see a big difference
we could see two
between our
different
players
countries here, and we could see one person taking this away. It comes down to this guess, I think. And Topotic is zooming into Argentina, and this Northern Arge does make sense. Is he going South Africa?
Wait a second. Wait a second, Consus. With 10 seconds left, are you going Czar?
Is 8 seconds. He doesn't know.
Oh, pain. Oh, he is.
Oh,
the game is going to end here. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone at home, who's it going to be? Oh, Topotic, you've done it. You've knocked out the reigning champ. Trevor.
Look at the smile on his face. What a game.
Topotic, of course, an absolute beast, one of the best. But to take the scalp of the reigning champ, to send Consus home in the quarterfinals, that is a huge result.
Yeah, the smile says all.
And on a round like that, Trevor, you said, this looks like a Brazil or an Arge, but I'm not sure. And then